Disney's DEI was a laughable trend.
Now they're scrambling back, but will it ever end?
Rebranding to attract talent with flair.
But we all know it's just a desperate repair.
Before we get into today's video, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons because YouTube seems to hate our channel.
So offer up your subscriptions to break the algorithm curse.
And now, on to the video.
Nothing to see here, please disperse.
Yeah, so, guys, guess what? Disney realized that they weren't making money with the DEI stuff, so they said that they're not doing it anymore. Who believes them?
No one.
You guys watching, no one's holding up a hand? Not even one?
Nope.
I don't see, honey, do you see any?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
No one does.
The fact that you guys waited this long to even say something, you guys got involved with political things, and we're not going to go into the overall politics of what they got involved in, but you guys push this stuff everywhere. And you're going to tell me suddenly you're changing. Yes, I know we've had a change in management, or president, I should say, but the fact that you're making this statement publicly makes me immediately press X to doubt.
Quite.
I'm sorry, you guys were pushing these things behind the scenes and trying not to get found out. When you got found out, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Now you're like, guys, you know the thing we weren't doing? We're stopping doing it. Believe us.
No.
This is going to sound crazy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
DEI as a concept is not a terrible thing.
Its execution is what's terrible, really.
Correct. Having diversity or inclusivity, whatever, when it's not forced, when it's put in naturally, when it is not something that is made the plot or the center of a show or movie or video game.
Or book, because it's in the books too now.
There are so many great movies and video games and stuff that had this stuff in it, and you would never know, or fans love it. And I'm not saying that it's to everybody's taste, okay? But people didn't have a problem with this kind of stuff when it wasn't being shoved into our faces.
It was a lot better when it wasn't forced.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing. I see all these people, right? And these people pushing this stuff, and they seem to think that somehow this is going to make people more accepting, more whatever. It does the opposite. When you do this, you single out these people who probably didn't even want this stuff to be pushed in their faces. And half the time, the people you're speaking for don't want it either.
When you do it, you really only make things worse.
Exactly. And Disney, I'm sorry, is the last company that will let this go. So I don't believe this at all. You think we're dumb? Do you really think that you're going to say this and it's just going to be, everyone's going to be like, oh, let's trust Disney again? No.
Well, you do have to assume that most people in the world are stupid because, let's face it, TikTok has made them pretty stupid.
Let's be honest, it's not just TikTok. It's a bunch of things. But TikTok is one of the prime agitators, I would say. This stuff could have been done in a way that didn't shove it in our faces. However, you guys can't do that because you need to do it for your marketing. And when you take these people and minorities and make them into marketing tools, guess what that makes you? You claim that we're racist, we're sexist, we're all these things. We don't take minorities and use them as tools to market our products. Now, do we?
No, because we are not racists.
Oh, wait a minute, honey. So are you implying the people who use these things as marketing tools are the actual racists?
Yes, obviously.
They know it. We know it. And you know what? You're going to keep doing it. I don't believe for a second that you guys are changing this. I will not believe it until I see it. And to be fair, I doubt I'll even believe it then.
Yeah, because even then, it'll probably just be some kind of marketing stunt for them to bait and switch in the actual theater.
Disney used to be a household name. It used to be something that people, and I'm not saying it isn't a household name to certain people still, I'm sure it is. But it used to be a much more household name. Kids shows, all this stuff used to come from them. And now parents cannot even have their kids sit down in front of Disney stuff without being concerned because they don't actually care about the people consuming the product. They care about pushing a message. And so right now, making a public statement about this, you are not fooling me. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling anybody who's been paying attention. We have been all telling you for ages that all you have to do is stop pushing this garbage. And we've been called every single name under the sun But now, suddenly, you're recognizing it for yourselves. Ha! No, I wasn't born yesterday.
You're also a therapist and much more observant than most.
What do you think happens to these people who are used as marketing tools? Where do you think they end up?
They end up in therapy.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, therapy has been given such a bad rap because of these people in therapy these days who are literally like green-haired, 15 nose rings weirdos.
How do those people pass the exams to become therapists? I will never know.
You guys have a lot more to do to prove that you've changed. I don't think you have. But if you really have, then you have a lot more work to do to convince me that that's the case. Right now, I don't even buy it. Let's imagine for a minute, like there's a product coming out, Daredevil Born Again. Let's say it's decent. You still won't convince me. Let's imagine right tomorrow they decide to retcon the sequel trilogy and make all the Star Wars movies. You still can't convince me. I'm sorry. I don't trust you as far as I could throw you.
You've completely lost all trust and faith anyone has ever had in you.
Like the video, break the algorithm spell, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace with humor as a cure.